I've never seen Kamen Rider. Any of them. The most exposure I've had was a Dragon one on 4Kids. You know, the bad one. Nah, just kidding. I haven't actually sat down to seriously watch it. Maybe it's good? I don't know, let me check.
Oh man, hey Blue, did you see that Wonderfest reveal? It's a freaking own-a-hole transformer. A freaking male sex toy that turns into a robot.
Can you it?
Hey, you guys know Kamen Rider, right?
Yeah.
What's the deal with Dragon Rider?
Dragon Rider was an '09 American, well, I guess, adaptation of Kamen Rider Ryuki, which came out in like 90, no, not 90, came out in '02.
Was it any good?
I don't know. I like Ryuki, but oh my god, freaking Dragon Knight is garbage.
Oh, Dragon Knight, that's what it's called, not Dragon Rider. I got it wrong.
It's not so good.
The only thing I remember really about it are like the goofy fucking actors and like them going through a weird mirror dimension.
Yeah, the mirror one I remember the most.
Yeah, so they fight in the mirror dimension. That's, you know, I guess nowadays it would be PC, so they don't hurt any civilians.
Alright. Okay, well, anyway, this box is awesome. It's one thing for Figma or Revoltech to use their nicely designed uniform boxes, but it's a whole other thing for Bandai to save space with their boxes, all while keeping it friggity fresh with their box designs.
Why are you talking about boxes so much? You're the only non-MISB collector I know that talks about boxes that much.
Was he talking about his boxes again?
Instructions include hand swapping, antenna swapping, and scarf swapping. So much swapping! What is this? The Freaky Friday? Aside from the figure, we also get 5 pairs of hands, 2 different scarves, and spare antennas on Gundam-like sprues. Other than the fists that are already attached, Kamen Rider First comes with karate chopping hands, slightly closed hands, open hands, and gripping hands. Overall, a good assortment of hands that can suit any one of your various figure posing needs. Figuart hands are a bit tougher to swap out because all you've got to work with is a ball joint. I recommend that you be patient and take your time with them. You'll get him in! Rider sports a sexy red wind-blown scarf with an extra piece you could swap out to make the scarf look, not wind-blown. When you first open the box, the wind-blown scarf is the default scarf, making the peggle for it a little bit agape, which means it's prone to detach much too easily. Maybe a hairdryer and a finger pinch will shrink that little hole right up. Sick. The extra antennas are for when you lose the ones already attached. I'm guessing Bandai figured out it'd be better if they can be replaced instead of being broken and unfixable. Every accessory is sculpted in fine detail and have such impeccable paint applications. From what I understand, Kamen Rider, especially this first iteration, doesn't really need much accessory-wise. I mean, other than his motorcycle, of course. But this means there's no stand, punch sparks, rider kick effects, unmasked heads, or super unique hand signs of any kind.
Well, other than the motorcycle, I can't really think of anything that would be appropriate.
I mean, yeah, it was like early 70s, so there wasn't a ton of special effects. Maybe you could get like a skeleton.
Good luck getting a 1/12 scale version of the very first cycle. I've had terrible luck myself. This marks the second time SH has made a Kamen Rider First, hence the new in this figure's name. New Kamen Rider First. Or was it Kamen Rider New First? I remember hearing that the proportions in this one are better and more accurate to the original show than the previous figure. Just as a Kamen Rider amateur though, details like the subtle frumpiness of the chest armor and the wrinkles in the clothing, the sheer details in the belt, like how the end is tucked in, and the pattern at the bottom of his boots. That's definitely a detail you've got to get in if you got a character that's famous for his ridiculous jumping kicks. The paint looks rad on Mr. Rider here, like how the shiny silver on his Slav suit sticks tightly to the sculpted grooves within the stripes, gloves, or boots. Or how the belt detail has such tiny paint applications. This new Kamen Rider First nails the cheap 70s look that the early show had. It perfectly captures the original show's imperfections. Mwah!
What are you, gay?
Kamen Rider's head and neck are on a ball joint. The antenna on his forehead simply peg in and have a full rotation. Do not pull them out unless they're broken. They're so tedious to put back in. His scarf is on a ball joint that, as I've said, is loose, because of that reason that I mentioned a while ago that I'm too lazy to reiterate at the moment, but instead I'm fine with that this whole thing. Rider's shoulders are on a fancy schmancy barbell joint hinge combo. You get a great range on both joints with a small shoulder piece in between. Right below is a swiveling joint at the bicep, double hinge elbows, and ball jointed wrists. This Toku Boy's bug boobs are on small swivels that give you a little bit of leeway when posing his upper torso, which in and of itself is on you know what? I don't actually know what kind of mechanism is being used for that chest, but it works. A bit squeaky, but it gives us a good torso crunch and some twisting articulation. You just gotta finagle with it a little bit. This is the only form of torso rotation, by the way. The belt and end of the tracksuit jacket are part of the same piece, so they move out of the way if needed. Rider 1's hips are on those gosh-fangled, fancy schmancy SH hips. A series of swivels, hinges, and diaper bits. It's a diaper. SH uses the diaper method. Unfortunately, the legs don't have much kicking range at the front or back, but Rider's been blessed with some good splits, allowing for some lovely roundhouse kicks. His thighs may not have the full and unrealistic 360-degree range of movement that we're used to in action figures, but we still get a nice, useful range nonetheless. Knees are double hinged with a little extra hinge to boost the range, and the ankle swivel, hinge up and down, and have an ankle rock. Toe hinge!
Guys, I think Mari forgot to leave Discord chat again.
What, did he just say toe hinge?
Kamen Rider First, new Kamen Rider First shines brightly with its charming retro vibes. Out of all the fancy Kamen Rider figure arts, I'm glad that I can start with the best version of the first one. If any of you pick this figure up, be aware that there is a non-Kamen Rider version of this character, perfect for before and afters. Tsuya!
Tsuya!
Suya!
I love this figure and everything it represents in the Toku world. Now all I gotta do is bite the eventual money bullet and go hunting for that motorcycle. Oh, what's this? Looks like they're revamping those motorcycles. Looks like I'm gonna have to buy one eventually. Oh, this is great. Oh, I can't wait to spend money on this and be poor.